Ready? One more time. What's good, everybody? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Y'all already know what it is. We gotta wake those paws up. Gotta wake those paws up, and then we gotta shake it off. Doot 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 doot. How's everybody doing this April Fools? April 1st, 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this is our bottom line where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that, where we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that. Just got me pissed. How everybody doing this morning? That's right, April 1st. April Fools, y'all. How's everybody doing? Y'all be careful out there. Make sure y'all don't get caught up in any April Fools pranks. I don't know if people still doing that nowadays, but that would be something cool to catch as far as like on video and stuff too. So hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. Everybody have had a good night. I know I did. Let me know where you chiming in from. Like I always tell you, hey, everybody up there, what's that? We got Rebecca in the building already. We got VIP Auction Group. We got Jenny Wren. Good morning, Jenny. Thank you so much for the compliment. Okay, we got, I said that already. We got Rebecca in the building. How is everybody doing this April Fools? What do you guys have planned for today? Do you have any jokes or any plans planned for today? I'm sure at least somebody in these comments right now plan on trying to pull some type of fast one on somebody, right? But as you already know, today was supposed to be the supposed proposed day for Donald Trump's tariffs. But you know, he pushed it back till tomorrow because he thought that April Fools would be kind of like a joke and people wouldn't really take him serious. I hope everybody has a smile on their face because we're here, we're together, we made it another day. And yes, it's April Fools, so why not crack a joke on 2 or 3 people? I don't even mind if you try to get over on me, whatever. Let's have some fun today because again, it's another day above ground, positive energy we want to keep on pushing because we got enough negativity when it comes to the craziness that's going on in our world. And that's what I want to say to you guys. So have fun today, safe fun, nothing crazy, and then just enjoy yourselves and your family and your people. What's going on, everybody? Like I always tell you, chime in. Let me know where you're chiming in from. VIP, good morning at Louis. What's that? Oh, St. Louis. I'm so sorry about that. We got St. Louis in the building heavy. I know you guys know one of our friends, Gene Deal. He's actually from St. Louis. That's one of our buddies, the one that has that wanted right there. So yeah, that's one of our buddies right there. I see Kendra Walker's in the building. Hello. Who else? I see Kendra. I see you, Kendra. I see you. Happy April Fools. But you know what I want to do because we got a lot of work to do and we got a lot of follow-ups, a lot in the clip, and a lot to get through this morning. So without any further ado, I'd like to get to my work and get busy on this title right here because we have a lot to cover, like I said. And let's just get into it while we hot with it right now. The lead title on the thumbnail is what? Trump threatens big problems for Zelensky. As you know, Zelensky promised that he was going to repay the United States back with mineral rights. Seems like he's trying to go back on this deal. Not my words. You guys can see the clip when you watch the rest of this. Watch the rest of the show. And moving forward, we have a legal liability with TikTok challenging that's lingering over the Chinese ownership. As you already know, Chinese ownership is really what's holding back TikTok from actually being sold. And that one owner is who? Xi Jinping, and there's only a few more weeks up until the deadline, which TikTok has a deadline to finally come to say if they're going to go and be sold or not. India kind of gave pushback in what Xi Jinping did in their regard. He actually took TikTok out of India, so we're going to see what happens with that. President Trump has almost proposed giving 1 point in tariffs back to them if they do propose that they're planning on selling it to a United States owner. I really don't see the possibility of that happening because TikTok is a very expensive and a very profitable application, as well as the fact that Xi Jinping is really not easy to negotiate with, if anyone knows like I do. Moving forward, we have another one of our sub stories that's going to be the aftermath of a 7.7 magnitude earthquake in Naypyidaw, Myanmar. I'm so sorry, I do not know how to pronounce that, and I've been showing this clip for the last 2 days. Anybody know how to pronounce it better than me? God bless you and thank you so much. But I do want to at least cover the story because it's been catastrophic what's been going on over there. So I wanted you guys to see that. And last but not least, what do we have this morning? We've got Elon Musk, who takes questions at a town hall event in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Many people are giving pushback about that town hall. So I kind of scrapped that one. And I brought another clip in where actually Elon Musk is talking about a little more stuff about what they're doing to move forward and with the CIA, because yesterday he had a meeting with the CIA. So I scrapped that story out of the subcategory and I put another in. I'll fix that once we get it rolling, but no, I don't want to hold anything up. I want to get moving because I want to show you some footage of one of the last flights that was sent out from United States that was heading out to deport more alleged gang members to El Salvador. You guys do me a favor, like I always tell you when you're chiming in, let me know where you're chiming in from so I can keep on making sure that you guys have content from where you're from. What else do we have here? We got Damien, how you doing? What's going on, y'all? How you doing, Damien? Kendra. Good morning, Kendra. Let's go, you guys. I want y'all to see this footage right here. It's gonna loop, but I definitely wanted you guys to see the actual footage of the the migrants getting off of the plane in El Salvador. So let's do it.
The Wolf and Badger.
Yeah, they want their commercial. Let them get their commercial off.
Don't miss it.
So this is actually new footage of the last El Salvador migrants that got sent back. Hope you guys are entertained and seeing what's going on here. This is gonna loop, but I want you to see the treatment and what's going on here. They always have two people that bring them off. Everyone's face is covered. They don't get to see who the officers are. They grab them right off the bus. As soon as they get them off the bus, they cut all their hair off. And they put them in a cell. So this is last week, y'all. This is like new footage of what's just going on recently. So they got all these tattoos, machine guns. I know you see the tattoos and everything. So I can't say yay or nay if they are Tren de la Aragua or MS-13. I can't really tell you that. I wouldn't know. I'm just showing the footage because this is latest footage that I got. As you can see, after they're off the plane, they get that haircut, they change their clothes, and they're brought into the Supermax prison here. Heavily guarded by tons of officers. That was them coming in right there, y'all. From the U.S. Air Force plane again. So as you can see, they're still using military planes to bring them in. This is gonna loop, but I just wanted you guys to see that. Just wanted you guys to see the actual treatment, what goes on, what the process is. So I guess when many in the comments say that it is possible for many, you know, the wrong people to get caught up in those stings, I did see one or two people that didn't necessarily look like they were part of a gang, but who am I to tell you? I don't know if they're Tren de la Agua or MS-13 or whatever. That's for a judge to determine. So I want to keep on moving forward because we got some executive orders that were just signed and some comments from President Trump about Ukraine that I want you guys to see about as well. Some stuff that you guys are definitely going to want to hear about. Check this out. And what they plan on. Watch this. Just watch this. Stacking the deck right now. Stacking the deck.
That you're not targeting on Wednesday.
Well, it depends. You know, I said it's reciprocal. Not everybody has made a fortune, but almost everybody has, but not everybody. And the ones that haven't, we're going to be very nice to them.
And on a separate issue,
because that word reciprocal is very important. What they do to us, we do to them.
And that's tomorrow,
Okay,
guys.
please.
can I just ask you briefly on President Putin? You said over the weekend, or indicated over the weekend, some frustration with him. How serious are you about imposing oil sanctions on
No, I
Russian
want to
oil?
see him make a deal so that we stop Russian soldiers and Ukrainian soldiers and other people from being killed. But mostly it's Russian and Ukrainian soldiers. They're losing at least 2,500 human beings, beautiful human beings, a week. And I wanted to stop. And some people would say, why do you worry about Russian soldiers or Ukrainian soldiers? I worry because it's like, they're just like you people, they're like us, they're like all of us. And I seem to have an ability to do those things. And if I can do that, I think it's a very worthwhile thing to do. And I think we will. And no, I want to make sure that he follows through, and I think he will. I don't want to go secondary tariffs on his oil, but I think, you know, it's something I would do if I thought he wasn't doing the job. I did it with Venezuela, secondary tariffs, and you know what happened? Every boat left the harbor.Id you see that? It was a beautiful thing to see. The whole harbor emptied out. My words weren't even finished. I have these massive ships. They're actually taking the hoses and dumping them into there. They couldn't get out of there fast enough because they know I don't play games. So I think he's going to live up to what he told me, and I think he's going to fulfill his part of the deal. Now, then you have Zelensky, and hopefully he's going to live up. I see he's trying to renegotiate.
Yeah, so wanted you guys to see, because yesterday he was talking about the pushback with Putin and exactly where the issues were, and we dove into that. Yes, I have the other part about what he had to say about Vladimir Zelensky when it comes down to Ukraine, but we got to stack this deck because I want to have a line of dialogue and something for us to talk about. We already just played two things. What do you think about that first plane flight that you just saw with those migrants getting taken out of here? The process, the way they're getting treated, the way they're getting their hair cut. They got to keep their heads down. You see the difference between United States law-abiding, legal systems, and the difference between other countries? Can you imagine what's going on when those cameras are not on? Questions like that are stuff that come to my mind. Secondly, what we just saw, information from the president that said how he felt about what's going on with Ukraine on the Russian side, what he planned on doing as far as the possibility of adding more sanctions when it comes down to Russian oil if they don't keep on moving forward when it comes down to the negotiations. Two clips we just saw. I could play another one if you guys want, because I got more. You know how we do. But I want to see what you guys got to say about what we just saw so far. Okay, Get Straight says, thanks for the content, bro. Good. Hannibal Lecter times 1,000. What else we got up in here? Because I got so much, I just can't wait, because we just going to keep on going. I had the same question, Tom Bull. Are those MS-13 people or Tren de la Agua? Because what I'm seeing there is a lot of them have tattoos, but sometimes when they're in those cells, as the day before prior, when we saw the clips, they had like their t-shirts off so we can really see it. And then I found a big clip with a guy that had an M right here and a 13 on this side. So we don't even have to ask where he's from. So, you know, that's a good question. I got to tell you that. The show started at 6 a.m. Chill. It always starts at 6. And what else we got here? It's noisy, bro. We can't hear anything. Okay, let's see. I don't think that's the truth. Bro needs his own show. Massachusetts, what's up from Springfield? I think we got the audio correct because trust me, we got a lot of co-hosts in here that will let me know. Kendra, it's a bunch of people that will let me know if we're having an issue with the audio. We got a mic right here and two up there. So if you guys do have an issue with the audio, I'm going to take that from Kendra or any one of those people. We have a lot of trolls that try to play around and throw the show off, and we've been educated. We're almost up to our 200 episodes, so get my bags, meet me at the airport, try that trick with somebody else. Now moving right along. Thank you for the attempt. But you know what? It is April Fool's, so I give you a shot. I give you a round of applause for trying. Now moving right along. What do you guys have to say about these two clips that we just saw? What else we got? Legends Unleashed says, you sound good. Volume is amazing. Daniel August says, I'm going to buy you a studio. I wish we could get together and buy me a studio because we'll be really acted up in here, really having screens going on. And I'm going to have Kendra, probably one of the other anchors. We're gonna have Mary over there doing her thing. That's what I'm talking about. Like, don't even have to use the clips. I'm gonna be like, hey, research this. So all of the stuff would be ours. Wouldn't that be amazing? But moving right along, because y'all beating me up. Y'all making me go off course right now, and I got work to do. So let's not get off of the work that we have to do. I want you guys to see what was going on with Elon Musk yesterday, because he went to talk to the CIA about like efficiency. And they actually called him in and they wanted to cut and find waste in the CIA. So they called him in to do their own internal investigations and cleanup. I think that was a bit admirable, number one. Number two, getting in front of a situation before it came to you anyway, right? Let's be smart about that. Let's think about it what it is. They already knew that it was coming down, so they said, you know what?
So here we go. Elon Musk is heading to the CIA today to meet with Director John Radcliffe about his government efficiency program.
And Madeline Rivera joins us from Washington with all the details. Good morning to you, Maddie.
Hi, guys. Good morning. CIA Director John Radcliffe said at a threats assessment hearing on Capitol Hill last week that Doge has not been on the CIA campus. That appears to be changing. A CIA spokesperson tells Politico Musk is heading to the agency today at Radcliffe's invitation. This would seem to be Radcliffe's most substantial meeting yet with Musk. As the director previously said, his interactions with Musk have been limited to cabinet meetings. The point of today's conversation is reportedly to talk about government efficiency. National security agencies were exempt from that federal buyout employee program that President Trump unveiled in January. But the CIA, under Radcliffe's direction, offered the buyouts to its workforce anyway to align with President Trump's priorities. Musk is pushing ahead with his efforts to cut costs as people around the country continue their protests against him.
I'm not cool with this. Like, how can this be legal? This is legal right here, y'all? Y'all see what that reads? I know it's backwards, but it says, burn a Tesla, save democracy. And like they really out there like doing this right now. So imagine, think about it, if you are part of the Democratic Party or the party that's doing stuff like this, would you really want to stand behind something that's going on like this? It really makes me feel pretty bad, like demeaning, like damn, this is the party that I'm following. And it just stacks the deck on the negative side. You can beat people, just get better than them. Bring better policies, work out, lose weight. You can beat people many ways versus doing stuff like this. You know, you don't have to do stuff like this, and you know, it's just bad. That's how I look at it, to anybody, to any company, because if you look at it like I build up my company, next thing you know, I take off a bunch of months or year to help out somewhere, and next thing you know, they're trashing my company and hurting me and trying to get me out of business. Why? Because I'm doing something that is actually helping people, finding cuts and finding waste and fraud. And the new fraud that I saw when they did that, when he came out with that Wisconsin cheese on his head and he had those other people from Doge breaking down Social Security, that is a clip that I may just have to do one entire video off of because of so much that was in that content. It was ridiculous. But we're going to keep on moving forward. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't mind them finding waste and cutting fraud because that means that we're going to get more and it's going to be better. But we got to be careful because we already know what happens when you mess with those big brothers and the wrong people's money. You get those phone calls, hey, stop that, and do this. And that's the phone calls from the people that you're affecting. Remember when they say you follow the money, but in this situation, you don't never know where that money's leading to. That money could be leading to officials and all types of people that have the power to make those phone calls to make all sorts of crazy things happen. So that's why we really got to be careful. I'd love to buy a Tesla, but you think I want to pull up to the light with crazy people like this? It's crazy. Check this out. Keep on going.
There were several Tesla takedown demonstrations across the US and Europe over the weekend. This comes as vandalism and attacks targeting Tesla property grow. Authorities say they'll be ramping up their actions against these incidents. But Musk, though, is pushing for law enforcement to go further, saying it is time to arrest those funding the attacks. Arresting their puppets and paid foot soldiers won't stop the violence, he says. The FBI has a task force aimed at cracking down on these attacks, which Attorney General Pam Bondi labeled as domestic terrorism. Lawrence Ainsley and Brian.
Domestic terrorists, y'all. So now you're getting 20 years, and Pam Bondi said it the other day. You saw it at least about 4 episodes ago on this show right here. What did she say, guys? She's not doing any deals. You're going to get the maximum of what you can get when you get caught for this, because it is called domestic terrorism. I'm in the comments, want to know. We got like 3 clips that went up. We should have enough content here. What you guys got to say about what you saw? J6 was mostly peaceful protests. Joey Dub says, what is Joey Dub says? LOL, can't tell he's older with having us read backwards. Yeah, whatever. I'm not even supposed to have the subtitles on, but I think that's not backwards right there. For me, it's backwards. For you, it's forward. Okay, what do we got here? We got Mr. Good Citizens that says, full steam ahead, Trump. Spartacus says, it's going too far. Vandalism is going to bite us later on. Let's face it, Elon is beyond rich. We are going to pay for it with insurance. Can't Comment says, that means that they do 18 years now, not 10. What else we got? All right, you out of here, Joey Dub. He thought it was a game. Boom! There you go. That's how you get somebody out of here. Joey Dub didn't know it was a game. Can't Comment said that means they get 18 instead of 10. Thank you so much for the $2 bonus there, you guys. That came from Legends Unleashed. Commented and says chaos knowledge. Like, thank you so much for the $2 right there, you guys. Thank you so much. We had to get somebody out of here, but I'm still paying attention. I'm loving your morning show, brother, and I appreciate you too, Legends. And the fact that you gave that tip right there, like I said, $2 to me is $200 because it's real out there right now, and I appreciate every single dollar that a person gives me. But I would appreciate, since we have so many people in the building, if we can go ahead and get those likes up. So I want to get some money from YouTube. How about that? Let's get that going. Brother don't make too much bread over here, but I don't complain. I look at it like this. Who else has the chance to wake up in the morning and chill with this many people and do what we have to do? It's like God-given. It's like you get a Bugatti. I get a chance to do this. Of course, I love doing this. And I want to be entertaining. And I want to make sure that the content I'm giving you is the best that I can. That's why I make sure that if I find something out, I tell you. If I'm not sure about the answers or what's going on, I tell you that too. It's 305, sometimes 500 people in here at a time. There's no way in the world I'm going to start lying and BSing. No, we don't do that over here. You tell the truth, and guess what? Somebody will tell you the right answer, and then you're going to learn something instead of trying to front and act like you know everything. I don't. And again, just so you guys know, not a Democrat, not a Republican, not an independent. Guess what I am? I'm a human being just like you guys, and I think everybody should have a fair platform to say what they can say. Last sentence, but the best one. Anybody can play clips on their phone. Anybody can watch all of these videos by themselves. But you don't always have a forum to say what you want to say and get like-minded people's responses. Another reason why I like doing Our Bottom Line, and we changed the show name from The Bottom Line to Our Bottom Line. The show is growing, and it's grown into what it is. We have co-hosts, not moderators. We have people that actually are going to be here for a long period of time because we're like friends and we actually care about each other. That's what Our Bottom Line is. So with that being said, I want to keep on moving forward because now we've got some more information that I got to bring you guys up from the Prime Minister of Greenland, because he says the U.S. will not get Greenland. And no matter what you say with the disrespect and how you guys are coming at us, you're not going to get Greenland. But guess what Trump says? Military action is not on the table. I didn't even know it was on the table. So you mean to tell me they might be going over there like, you sure you don't want to give up Greenland? Pete Hegseth and his wife went out to, Pete Hegseth, was that Pete Hegseth? I'm not sure. Let me show you guys this clip. I don't always have all of the content under my belt because there's so many clips to watch, but we got the gist of it. I'm not sure if this was Pete that went out and basically toured, but let me just show you guys what's going on with Greenland really quickly. Let's go.
Here too, live now from Fox, I'm Andy Mack. Just days after Vice President J.D. Vance visited Greenland.
It was J.D. Vance and his wife, the vice president and the vice wife. Correction.
The prime minister, the leaders over there reiterated some comments made by President Trump saying we will get the island. They pushing back the prime minister saying the United States will not get that nation, of course, that territory, a territory of Denmark. This a post from the Chicago Tribune saying President Trump says the United States will, quote, get Greenland. Let me be clear, the United States will not get it. We do not belong to anyone else. We decide our own future. This from Greenland's prime minister in a Facebook post online on Sunday. And as I mentioned, Vice President J.D. Vance and also his wife, Second Lady Usha Vance, visited the island there, the huge resource-rich island in the Atlantic and self-governing territory of Denmark, a NATO ally. As President Trump said he wants to annex the territory, claim its need for national security purposes.
Now, many people are saying that the Trump administration is just making this up because they want to get Greenland. This is not me talking. Many people are saying, oh, he just wants to go over there and get the minerals and take over Greenland or whatever. So many people are actually already saying that. And they're saying, many people are also saying on the other side that this is like a show of force, letting them know that, we were actually interested in coming over here and taking over, visiting their own base and taking these photo ops. I made a little mistake because I thought I was talking about yesterday when Pete Hegseth's wife was at all of those secret meetings that they were talking about. That's why I got these two mixed up. I'm on my news though, I'm on my news. So right now this is the Vice President J.D. Vance as well as his wife visiting Greenland. Do you guys think that this is an act of possible intimidation? Do you guys think that this is a show of force? Do you think it's like a show of alliance? So we just happen to be coming to Greenland, just want to take some photos with our soldiers. Do you think that's what it is? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We got a lot of information that we put up. We put a lot of stuff in the clips. What do you guys have to say about this? Mr. Good Citizen says, we destroyed Bud Light without burn or beating anything. You're right about that. Destroyed them. Spartacus says missiles to the moon. Chaos got the hands up, Spartacus. Okay, digging the threads, bro. You're gonna go far. Thank you so much, Arthur. What you think about the content, though? Let me know what you think about the content, Arthur. David, can you explain your thoughts on January 6th? We're not talking about January 6th, but one day I might. We got Legends Unleashed that gave another $5. Really appreciate that from Legends Unleashed. Thank you guys so much for the tips. Legends, another $2. That was fire right there. Legends, you must be stacking the dough, boy. Really appreciate that. Y'all need to get like Legends. That's somebody right there that shows that he appreciates the content that we're showing right now. Legends, thumbs up. Become a member, brother. You might get a t-shirt. I already owe a couple of people t-shirts now. I got a lot of addresses that I'm mailing things out to today. So you should become a member of the channel. Damien says, we're gonna get you an offer for your own show. Why don't you try that, Joe? We need to do that. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. What's the obsession with Janelle Dawn Slammer, aka JoJo? I feel victimized. Spartacus says, love this show, makes my day. Thank you. Can't comment. No, he said it wasn't on the table. That means it never was. Thank you, can't comment. Love you guys when y'all pay attention to the content. Love when you pay attention to the content. What else we doing? Y'all want to see the rest of this? Because you already know what's going down. Because I got another clip right here that I can show you guys, like when I was talking about, the prime minister right now. Because we want to know what's going on. No, was that it? Yeah, that was the prime minister right there, Greenland. But I want you guys to see this next clip that I got up because it's time for some action. It's time for some action right now. What we got? Yeah, we got these Lithuanian soldiers that finally make a breakthrough in the search for these missing soldiers in Lithuania. Did you know that there were some trapped soldiers under under some mud that was trapped for like the last 5 days? And now Lithuanian soldiers and American soldiers are trying to dig them out. I didn't have no idea what was going on, and I just found this out. And man, the place that they're at, under mud, and they're talking about if they remove the machine that's over them, there's a possibility of like the land caving in and probably burying everybody that's under there. This is pretty crazy right here. Had no idea this was going on. Just was doing a bunch of research and found it. It's pretty. I want you guys to see what's going on out here in Lithuania. Check this out.
We pray today for the soldiers who disappeared during the exercises, for their families and their loved ones. We pray for their friends and their comrades in arms, and all those who are working in the search and rescue operation.
You're listening to a portion of a mass today for the American and Lithuanian soldiers who have worked day and night searching for any sign of those 4 missing Fort Stewart soldiers. The church was packed with troops and civilians, all praying for those missing and their loved ones. The group of soldiers haven't been seen since Tuesday morning after a training accident. Right now, the Army believes they could be inside a 70-ton M88 Hercules that stuck 12 feet below the surface under another 6 feet of thick mud. But the Lithuanian defense minister says today marked the team's first breakthrough in 5 days. The U.S. Army says their team of specialized divers have successfully attached 2 lift points on the massive vehicle. Now that can be anchored to prevent it from sinking further into the sinkhole. But it will take some time before the vehicle is back on solid ground. The Army says it will take significant power to overcome the amount of pressure and suction from the mud surrounding the vehicle. Now, despite the many challenges, Major General Curtis Taylor of the 1st Armored Division says nothing can stop them.
I want to say most of all that I am just awestruck by the commitment and dedication of the Lithuanian partners who are out here. We're on day 5 right now of this search and recovery operation, and I'm just amazed at the level of commitment that we're seeing from these great Lithuanian soldiers. I'm also amazed at our own soldiers. I mean, we will not stop until we find our soldiers.
As the recovery efforts for those soldiers continue, we're hearing for the first time from Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. He says the DoD's hearts and prayers are with those impacted in a press conference with Japan's Minister of Defense.
And it's a reminder, no matter whether it's an actual combat situation, whether it's training or exercises, nothing in the world of soldiering is routine. It all comes with danger and with risks. And we're thinking about those soldiers and their families.
We'll, of course, continue to follow developments into the night as the Army anticipates beginning the process of pulling that vehicle out in the early hours of Monday. We'll have to
So, yeah, I'll let you guys know because I'm going to follow up on this story, but I had no idea. And again, when I don't know, I like to let everybody else know because that's a possibility that you guys don't know what's going on out there. So guess what we're going to do? Yes, right now, we're going to pray. We're going to hope that a miracle happens and everybody that's trapped under there is alive. And we ask this in Jesus' name. We ask this right now. And we don't wait when we pray. We ask as soon as we see a situation going on, Lord. We thank you for the next day. And we want to hope that all of those families are being guarded and watched over. We thank you and we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Moving right along, you guys. What else we got right here? Let's keep on going because we got President Trump who says he threatens big problems for Ukraine and Vladimir Zelensky tries to get out this mineral deal. Because you guys already know they owe some money, right? He wants that money back. He's saying it's in the form of $350 billion. And UK got their money back or is getting their monetary back because it's in the form of a loan. So what if now we can't get those mineral rights? How are we going to get our money back, Vladimir? That's what basically Trump's talking about. I want you guys to see this clip right here. Standing up for the United States as far as like when it comes down to making a deal. I really appreciate that aspect. And Zelensky, that's why I'm yelling at you right now. Yeah, What's going on with that deal that we talked about? Let's get it right, because we ain't going for it. This is a flight. They were on the what's that? Air Force One, and we've got a couple of reporters that asked some pretty good questions about exactly what I just said. Zelensky and not holding up as part of the deal.
They were there, they had 2 ships there, and they left empty. They didn't want to take a chance. No, we're not playing games. Okay, any other questions?
Sir, will you clarify, are you planning to leave office January 20th, 2029, or are you saying you might not?
Go ahead, any other questions?
TikTok.
On TikTok. The deadline's
We're
coming
working on
up.
TikTok. We have a lot of potential buyers. There's tremendous interest in TikTok. The decision's going to be my decision, as you know, through Congress. They've given me the power to make the decision. We have a great team of people essentially taking bids. We have a lot of people that want to buy TikTok. We're dealing with China also on it because they may have something to do with it, and we'll see how that goes. But it's something I think you're going to have. I'd like to see TikTok remain alive. I mean, I'll be honest, selfishly speaking, I won the young vote by 36 points. Republicans generally don't do very well with the young vote, and I think a lot of it could have been TikTok. It could have been Joe Rogan, and it could have been a lot of things, but it was also TikTok. TikTok is it's very interesting. A lot of people want to buy it.
If no deal, will you extend the deadline?
Well, there'll be a deal with TikTok. I'm pretty sure. We would.
Was there a deadline for Russian President Vladimir Putin? Is there a deadline for Russian President Vladimir Putin to agree to a ceasefire?
It's a psychological deadline. If I think they're tapping us along, I will not be happy about it.
Do you think they are right now?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think he wants to make a deal. And I think Zelensky, by the way, I see he's trying to back out of the rare earth deal. And if he does that, he's got some problems. Big problems. We made a deal on rare earth. And now, I want to renegotiate the deal. He wants to be a member of NATO. Well, he was never going to be a member of NATO. He understands that. So,
what y'all think about that? Do you agree with the president? We're going to stop the clip right there. Do you agree? Do you think that this is something that Zelensky is actually doing? Do you agree that he's trying to renegotiate the mineral deal right now? I don't really know, but we just see, again, we talked about this yesterday. We are in this mode when it comes down to Ukraine and Russia. You and I are in the middle of that boat just like this, waiting to see what happens because it's still going on. But as far as when it comes down to the mineral deal now, if he's talking about not living up to that, then he's got an issue because moving forward, who's going to protect you? NATO does not want Ukraine to be a part of NATO. You've already seen that happen before. For many years, they've been trying. And that was one of the major reasons why Russia probably moved in the way that they did because they were still attempting to become a part of NATO, which was like, oh, you want to bring them to our back door? How dare you? Let's get you while we can. Basically what they tried to do. Let me get in the comments. I want to know what you guys have to say about the question that I just asked, and whatever else you guys have to say on the different topics that we actually been covering this morning. What else we got here? What we got? We got Angels Among Us that says, right, Cat, he must be the type that functions on 4 hours of sleep. Just like me, yeah, that's how I am. Ned says swamp administration. Oh, swamp administration is what Ned said. Let's give him his word. Zelensky is beneath a snake, says can't comment. We've got Doc Duct Tape that says Zelensky is a snake. Doc Duct Tape says it OFC again. What we got here? Oh, Cammy says yes. Javier Castillo says mob boss. Cat Mama PNW. When does Trump sleep? I don't think he ever sleeps. He's just like me. We hardly sleep. I get 4 hours of sleep a day. Can't Comment says Canada has a king. America has Trump. And we've got English, please. No one can translate, says at Villa 16 and Neon. What else we got here? We got Susan Rad says, son, this is not the world of speaking. Monologues, dialogues are also teaching. Learn. We've got Villa that says Hawaii. What's that, Hawaii? Oh, that's Russia. Okay. Sammy the Psychotic. Adam Blair says making God moves for us and our country, USA. Making good moves or God moves. All right, you guys, let's keep on going. He got much more questions. I want him to finalize on this question right here about what Zelensky has going on and the mineral rights, the mineral deal.
If he's looking to renegotiate the deal, he's got big problems. Go ahead.
Mr. President, have you
Okay, again, you guys, do me a favor. We're at that point where I'm going to start asking you guys to go ahead and get those likes up because we got a lot more clips. Don't even think that it's time to leave because as soon as you do, boom, I come with another one and everybody be like, damn, I left too early. So all I'm going to ask you guys to do is try to go ahead and get those likes up. Like I always tell you, we got coffee in the kitchen. Don't worry about the tips. I appreciate them though. But what I would like for you guys to do is go ahead and get those likes up to let more people know that we're over here. We right at that mark of 29,000. I would love for us to get to that 30,000 subscriber mark sometime this week. I'm not going to be greedy, but that would be fly for us to get our bottom line to having 30,000 subscribers. If you guys like the content and want to be a part of our show, all you got to do is go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You don't have to become a member. Just subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that you also know when we're on. A lot of times I go in the field. I bring you different things. We did St. Patrick's Day. I got some new information and stuff that I'm going to be putting up from a Bumble event that we went to. A lot of good content that I want you guys to see, as well as that Show Your Talent contest that's coming up where you guys can make that $250. So we don't want to forget about that because I love to put some money in your pocket too. So yeah, do me that favor, you guys. I love to get those numbers up to let everybody know what we're doing right now. And trust me, it's not a game. The deck is stacked over here. I got much more. Olay! So moving right along. Yes, we're going to move right along because I am very concerned about this 7.7 magnitude earthquake. I probably can't say the name of the place that it's at, but it's still something major that happened, as well as many people lost their lives. And the other day when those buildings were dropping, it was almost similar to watching a movie. I couldn't even believe how catastrophic it was. Yesterday, watching. I mean, just buildings dropping. They were just dropping yesterday. It's to the point where it's like rescue vehicles can't even get to the people. This is right now, over there, right now. This is a clip from the Associated Press. And this is going on right now over there. I'm sorry, what is it? Mawa Rawa? I don't know how to say it. I think it's India, I'm not sure. But as you can see, some of the roads are accessible, but the majority of them are not. Even work vehicles can't get there to like help to move people out. They said that the tragedies and the lives lost are in the tens of thousands of people over here. This is 2 days ago. The buildings were just dropped. Yesterday, as a matter of fact. So yeah, we're gonna cover this. We're covering it. Yeah, I want you guys to see. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get some of it. Let me see.
Have access to clean water, and they're completely displaced from their homes. They also need their essential medicines.
So many people that stuck like under these towns and under these
essential
things.
health services, because
Under these cave-ins and buildings.
You don't have time to grab your diabetes medicine or your heart medicine. So there are people who will need that.
The death tolls are already up to 1,700 people that
Are
they
you
can count.
concerned that aid won't get to all areas because the military junta control a lot of the control the country?
So it has always been a struggle. Now, we've been on the ground for many, many years. We have an office in Myanmar and we have a team in Myanmar.
She said
and that
Myanmar.
is always a struggle wherever conflict is going on. But again, that's our work, to negotiate those things. And we work through what's called a health cluster system. So we work with partners in those places who can reach people. So won't be easy, but I think the hardest thing is actually the infrastructure, the destruction of the roads, the communications, the bridges, just simply physically getting there.
And I assume.
So now they're trying to get inside these buildings to assess the damage, assess if there's more lives lost. This is another terrible tragedy that we definitely need to pray for. And yeah, hopefully the people in Myanmar can get over this, because it's just a lot of tragedy and stuff going on. I'm just like constantly praying for people. But yes, we're going to ask the Lord to pray for the people in Myanmar and their family as well, because it's just catastrophic. And I hope you guys that knew about this, hopefully no family members of yours got caught up into this. I hope not. Amen. Yes, we have to cover everything. Good news, bad news, news that people are not covering. That's what we cover here at the Bottom Line. That's what we do. Something that a lot of people don't see. What's the matter, Steve? Did you ever look at the word GDP? China is 3,000 years old and doesn't have a half of our GDP. Many continued prayers. Yes, thank you, Michelle, for saying that. Let us pray. Cat Mama, that's right. Kendra said you have the option to keep scrolling or trolling. You don't have to stay. Let me know who it is, Kendra. We can get them up out of here. All you got to do your next comment is start saying some names. And you already know how I do. Kendra, Mary, whoever's up in here that got a problem with some people, Rebecca, start saying some names. We get them up out of here. Don't worry about all that. That's what we do. Because I trust y'all's judgment. But I want y'all to see now, what do y'all think about Jasmine Crockett? I think many people, and not just me thinking this, they're saying that they feel like she's about to be like the head of almost like the Democratic Party. She's like the face. She's got so much demographics going on. She's always saying something controversial. What do you guys think about Miss Jasmine Crockett, especially the stuff that she said about Senator Ted Cruz the other day, calling him Hot Wheels, saying that he needs to get knocked in his head? Well, I found a clip of her where she's been saying stuff like this for a while now. Some kind of racist stuff that she was saying. I want you guys to see what's going on, because she's been doing this for a long time now. Here's a clip of some past comments of hers that's now resurfaced. I want you guys to check out some of the nut stuff that she says. And you know, that's another reason why I try not to curse so much, because if I get aggravated and I curse, I think it like lowers my value. It doesn't have, it's not necessary to curse. Not only that, but like that means that you don't really have a vocabulary. Most of the time when people rap, it's like, yo, I'm a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Damn, I'm stuck right here. What can I say? I can say a curse. Fuck. It's like, you know, we don't have vocabulary. A lot of people decide to use curses in less words because they don't have vocabulary. So sadly, I think there's a similar situation going on with Miss Jasmine Crockett, because she's a little bit racist. I don't think that she I don't think that she needs to be saying the stuff that she needs to say. And morally, I think it's just demeaning. So here we go. Check it out.
Is now coming under fire for a newly uncovered clip where she takes her offensive rhetoric to another level. Here's what she had to say about Congressman Byron Donalds.
If we continue to put people into office, and that even means some of our skinfolk who definitely are not our kinfolk, such as Byron Donalds, who are going to continue to say that, like, I mean, the fact that you sitting around talking about life was better under Jim Crow, like, is this because you don't understand history? Or literally it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you? I'm not really sure.
And we know comments like this are nothing new for the unhinged Congresswoman, who has now surged to the top of the Democrat Party.
Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now. And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess, honey. It's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard, right? All I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Let me tell you, we have a thug in charge of the United States. We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your...
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're talking to that many people. You're talking to crowds of people. When you say that one word, it negates everything that you said. That's like saying, hey, you're a great person, but yeah, you're about to knock down everything you said prior in the sentence with that curse as well as that but word. Like, what's wrong with this chick? And now she's leading the Democratic Party. So does that mean that the rhetoric that she spews is what they get behind? Just a question. Asking you guys in the comments. I got more. Let's go. Let's go. What we got? Chris James says, classy Jasmine Crockett. Michelle Sillyman says, wow, she's aberrant. I don't even know how to say that word. Go for it, Michelle. She says she's aberrant. She put in there to speak like she's speaking, try to be that thug. She is aberrant. Yeah, I don't know how to say that. You got me on that one. You beat me with that. Timmy says, you can't be ghetto and dumb. Crockett isn't very classy, says Rebecca. Well, we got Steve says, can't comment. Most of the Eastern European has only been independent since 1991. Chris James says, thank God for free speech. Rena Love says, I'm not a fan. Pat says, Steve Harvey nephew caught Jasmine on a prank call. She exposed herself. What? Stop playing. You know I'm going to go look for that. Pat, are you serious? Don't joke around like that, Pat. Mr. Good Citizen says, she'll be easy to beat. Yeah, with that type of talk, what'd she say wrong? Ooh, SB said, what'd she say wrong? SB want to know what did she say wrong, y'all. Maybe some more of the stuff that she says here you'll agree with, SB. Let's see what else she got to say.
Make sure you understand what democracy looks like.
If you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Off.
Kevin, she's not going anywhere, and she's adding to that montage reel every single day with something new.
You know, first of all, she's cosplaying. She's trying to be the new AOC. I'm so cool. I'm so hip. I can talk in an accent like this, and I think a lot of it, what you're seeing, is an act. I think she's, I'm the young Maxine Waters. I'm the this, I'm the that. Do your job. How about some bills? You're a congressperson, right? Are we voting on anything that you've actually proposed? Have you written anything? If the answer is no, maybe you ought to get back to your job and focus on that. But I think the real issue here for me personally is it's racism. Can you imagine if somebody, say Hispanic, said to another Hispanic person, hey, they're not Hispanic because they married somebody white? I mean, racism is racism. And by saying that about Byron Donalds, you're gross. And I think you should be reprimanded for that, because you may be entitled to your free speech. It doesn't mean that you're entitled to be a disgusting racist person, which is...
All right, we're going to leave that right there, because he put the smack down right there, boy. He ain't had to say no curses either. Seemed like that brother got a little bit of vocabulary. He was able to punctuate his words and articulate what he had on his mind. What y'all got to say in the comments? Let's get on over here. I got more to see. What y'all got to say? What y'all got to say over here? I'm with Crockett, says Chris James. Camulus Mars says, Axe T is not a word. Chris James says, skin folk, LOL. Chris James, she's right. Takumi says, Timu Obama. Oh, that's a good one. Chris Jones says, free speech, Jasmine Crockett. Mad Hatter, good morning. She said Hot Wheels is Governor Abbott of Texas. Yes, she did. Chris James says sellout. Da Vincian says Jasmine Ratchet shouldn't be in politics. See, this is why we have this platform, and I love the fact that we got Democrats in here, we got Republicans in here, and we got independents, and I'm saying all y'all comments. I have no problem with it, because now that's what the forum is about. It's juicy in there. I like those comments. That's what we got going on in here. What else we got? We got Mr. Good Citizen that said Team Americans. Leak says Team Obama. Chris James says, someone said Trump, God, you need help. What else you got here? You got Kyle C. What happened to Elon with his Doge? You about to see. Team Obama says Chris James says Team Obama. Ooh, y'all not playing. I got something for you on that one. We're going to go into that. Y'all ready? TikTok challenges linger over the Chinese ownership. Now we're going to get a little more deeper, because Donald Trump, like I said, he proposes the possibility of giving up 1 point in tariffs. He says 1 point in tariffs to China is basically worth more than the entire TikTok is worth. I didn't even know that, but here we go. You like to hear it? Check this out.
Let's bring in cybersecurity and privacy attorney Lisa Garber. So April 5th is the deadline, Lisa. What do you think happens that day?
TikTok will find out if it's still in purgatory, and most likely Trump will issue another executive order extending the time and circumstances for other interested buyers in the U.S. to pursue purchasing TikTok.
Well, why hasn't somebody stepped forward already to make that happen?
This is not an easy negotiation or sale. If you think about it, the context is the U.S. intelligence agency just released a report less than a week ago saying China is the U.S.'s top military and cyber adversary. Then you have the tariffs. You have Trump also limiting how much tech companies can sell to China. So with all that taken into consideration, you also have to look at whether TikTok is going to actually give up the secret sauce, the algorithm, which has continually said it will not.
The algorithm. What makes it tick-tock? What makes TikTok tick-tock? So if we basically sell to the United States, we have to give you the algorithm. That's giving you much more than just TikTok. That's giving you algorithms that you can examine and use for your own apps moving forward. I don't think that they want to do that. And this is why we at this fork in the road where we got TikTok, then we got the tariffs, then you got Trump, and then you got Xi Jinping, because he doesn't really care. Have you ever heard about this guy actually negotiating? No. And then he is the silent owner of TikTok. So that means that his portion would have to be sold to an American in order for them to keep on doing TikTok. All of this has been proposed to China. China has not said that they are even willing to sell to sell TikTok. So what I'm going to propose here, this is the one time where I'm going to give my idea of what I think is going to happen. She said part of it. Right now, there's going to be a tariff that's going to be offered. If that's taken, then they'll probably move forward and the sale will happen. If not, we're looking at a shutdown probably after the April 5th date, depending on how long Trump gives them the extension for. But prior in the other clip, you did see that he said, I don't want to shut down TikTok. But should we, as American citizens, be more concerned with the national security threat than the marketing ability, than the monetary gain? I'm asking this question, should the national security point of TikTok's situation be looked at more serious than the marketing benefit of it? Because a lot of people are saying, no, don't get rid of TikTok. I make so much money on it. My brand is doing this. My brand is doing that. It's doing so well. But at the same time, you heard prior where our security and our national security is saying we don't want China to have that much information on us. What do you guys think about that? That's my only concern when it comes down to TikTok/China. I don't care about the tariff. I think the security is more important. And I don't like TikTok any damn way because I never knew how to go live on it. I do better on YouTube. So yeah, and that's just me personally. But I know a gang of people here rely on TikTok for their businesses. So I don't want to just throw it out the window like that. But I still ask you guys, is your security more important? Is making money more important than national security?
So we have billionaires and large multi-corporation entities trying to come forward and pursue it. The public has not been privy to those negotiations yet.
And the conclusion from the CIA and other national security agencies is that TikTok, because it's a Chinese company, is vacuuming up all kinds of information about American users of the app, and that could be dangerous down the road, right?
It is certainly dangerous, and it will be dangerous down the road as well. It's not just threats of misinformation, but what information it's gathering about us as its cyber and military opponent.
But you see that.
Did you guys also know DJI, the drone company, is being looked at as well the same way? When you have a drone company, you have the ability to create mapping. The same way sometimes you see those the Google trucks outside trying to get real-time actual footage of what's going on the streets. Yeah, DJI, when you fly your drone, you have to go inside of the app and it records everything and it takes down all of the landing information, where you've been. So yeah, all of that information goes right back up to the DJI server. Do we care about stuff like that? I mean, think about it. I do again. I care about it. Just want to know what you guys think. Now back in the comments because I want to know what's up. What we got here, Can't Comment says, we can't fail. Glenn says, monopolize money. Chris says, I quit white man jobs. What else we got? We got David. Bro, why your background looks so cheesy? Excuse me. Because you guys don't tip and I can't even get no water over here. So I got to do what I got to do to make it happen. I'm broke. Yeah, right. Matthew Parton says, appreciate what you're doing, my brother. Keep it up. Chris James says, DEI, that. James, I stopped working white man's jobs. Okay, Google Maps show all of that stuff. It definitely does. The background looks fine. I don't worry about the background, y'all, because you get up early. I don't really care about that stuff. Do me a favor, if that's a problem of yours, I got some luggage in my living room, right? Grab it. Meet me at the airport, and I'm gonna be there. I promise you I'm gonna be there. Ain't gonna be there. Don't let little BS stuff like that bother you. So what if my background is whack? You don't have to be here. I don't know what you're wasting your time being here for. 100, 200, 300,000 other people love it, and they love what we're doing here. So do me a favor, don't try to throw me off course. We were just talking about this situation that we need to cover over here. And if you're worried about doing something, do what that person right there just did and give a brother a tip. Or you can go up here and hit those likes to let more people know that we're over here if you appreciate the content. We don't normally ask for monetary. We actually like the likes because we're trying to get the show to a 30,000 the subscriber point. You guys just heard some stuff about TikTok. I felt that it was very serious that I brought it to you, and it made a lot of sense. I want to know, because there's two different things we have going on here. The government and the security issues, as well as the marketability and how much money people make off of it. We have to be respectful and understanding of both of these aspects right here, because why? We can't function if we're not making money. And I gotta say, just because of the fact that I'm not good on TikTok, there's tons of people that make a lot of money on TikTok, and I buy a lot of stuff off TikTok too. So not gonna be a hater. Hopefully they get over this, but I still want to leave my points out there where I'm concerned about the security risks of China having that content. Your social security, not your social security number, they have your credit card information, they have your address and things of that nature. And a lot of times when people want to clone you in other countries, you don't even know because they have your information and they just got you everywhere else where you're just being cloned as a different person. So that's another reason why it's very important to know the apps that you're signing up to and who has the information when they're gathering this information. You know how they say, are we able, can you let us track you while you're using the app? They say that. Then there's another thing, can we access your photos while you're using the app? So things like that are of major concern if I'm a military person, if I'm intelligence, if I'm worried about mapping, if I'm worried about them getting content. That's just what I'm saying about that. We have a tip over here from Roller Skater Texas Girl. Thank you so much from Roller Texas Skater Girl. I really appreciate that $19.99, and thank you so much. I really appreciate that. What we got going on here, Chris James, an anti-American proud. Okay, Mike Avery says, that's why my father's friend created the dark web. It's to send encrypted military messages. Wow, you a troller. Mike, what you talking about, man? See No Evil says Lawson, go on. Daniel Lawson says transgender rights as human rights. Well, he has his right to say what he or she wants to say. Main Arbor says, I mind less if it's bot China. Main Arbor, I need you to let me know that you're not a bot. Justin Michael, that's right, Skater Girl. Wisconsin is a huge race and we need a big turnout today. Okay, thank you guys. Big Ma, Big Mac, Cam, you're doing well, and with a short time, I'm glad to see the value you hold. Thank you so much for that. You have no idea how much I appreciate you guys for these tips and for the cool stuff that y'all saying. And I'm sorry I'm talking fast, because what I try to do is I try not to waste your time, and I love to play the clips because I see people get more engaged. I see the numbers and stuff go up when I'm here, but I like for you guys to get what you want when you come to this show. Yes, I spend some time in the comments, but I really like for you guys to see those clips so that we can have that dialogue. So when you see me going back and forth, it's not that I don't appreciate it. It's that some people don't want to hear me talk, believe it or not. They just want to see the clips. But we can't do that. We got to get to the comments because that's what the show is about. And all of these tips down here have to be appreciated. Steve, it should say Gulf of Mexico. Main Arbor says not China. And we got another tip over here for $5 from Big Mac. Thank you so much. You're doing well. I want to say that again. We got the $19.99 from Roller Skater Texas, and I surely appreciate you for that. Chris James, Gulf of Mexico. And let's keep on moving because what I got over here is this sheriff. Y'all not going to believe this. It's time to laugh. Woo, it always happens at the right time. And I'm always happy to give us a chuckle or one of these videos that's going to make us laugh. And I guarantee you, y'all going to laugh off of this one. Y'all ready for this? Let's go. Now imagine you go to work. There's some construction site that's saying that they want somebody to come to work, right? Now you are an illegal migrant. You got your fake passport. You got your fake identification. You got all your information right. So as soon as you step on the job, ain't no way in the world they're going to be able to determine that you illegal, right? Not so fast, because a sheriff announced the arrest of 2 illegal migrants that, guess what? They tried to come work at his jail. And they gave his correctional officers the identification to try to use as legal residents of the country. Let's get into it, y'all. I always tell y'all, you know, I always got some secret bangers in here for us. I'm never gonna hold back. I'm never gonna hold out on you guys when I find one. And here it goes. Let's get into this one right here, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna believe this.
Known for his tough stance on immigration, says 2 undocumented men showed up to do work inside his jail. Local 12's Katie Amrine live in Butler County with what happened next. Katie?
Megan, while the sheriff's office has conducted many raids through the years, this is the first worksite enforcement raid that they've conducted. And this is when they go into workplaces and arrest anyone who is in the country undocumented. And the raid actually happened right here at the jail. The jail is currently renovating its infirmary, and the sheriff says a father and son from Honduras who were supposed to work on the project had fake identification. Sheriff Jones is cracked down on arresting undocumented immigrants during his time in office and says this will not be the last of its kind.
Now, could y'all imagine? Like, fool, it wasn't Yale you were going to. You were going to do construction at a jail, not Yale. And you show it with fake ID. Ain't no work that important. $30, $50 an hour. No, thank you. What y'all got to say about this? Do me a favor, you guys. Let's try to get those likes up. We got 88. I'm good with that. David. Oh my God, what the hell? I'd probably said with John Smith, ain't no way you can help work on a building and condo from the ground up. What you got over here? Yeah, what about all the innocent people they sent to the prison systems without due process, all because they might have had tattoos? You're right about that too. Matthew says the only people that are lashing out about cutting waste and corruption are the people that are benefiting off of it. I want y'all to see what's going on with this freaking jail right here, y'all. So wait, I got somebody right here. Hold on a minute. Got somebody right here. Oh, no, nobody. Okay, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about these undocumented workers that tried to do work inside of a jail. Not Yale, a jail.
It was some of the best identification I've ever seen. The identification with their driver's license, with their passports, their social security cards. Best fakes I ever seen. But they came to the wrong place. They got arrested.
Now, the sheriff said his deputies have been undergoing training to conduct future raids. And I asked the sheriff for his response to the people who may not be in favor of these raids. He says he is just following the law. Live at the Butler County Sheriff's Office, Katie Amrine, Local 12 News.
So basically, they gave up their ID. They was like, hey, this is my identification. You know what they said? Yeah, move to the right. Yeah, come on, move to the right. ¿Qué pasó? Come here for a minute. Come here. What happened, papi? I got in my tool and everything. I ready to para trabajando. They telling me I work in the Yale. The Yale. Oh, no, oh, do me a favor. Come on over here. Put your hands behind your back. And now they're doing this. But it ain't no real ride because they was already in jail. They just walked them in. That's what happened to them. And now they sitting in there. Hey, ¿qué pasó, papi? What happened? What happened? I come in for work. I come in for trabajando. Yeah, but you got fake identification. That's a federal offense right there, first of all. Y'all ain't know about that, right? Fake ID, fake social security number. Where you get all this fake stuff from? How about you tell us where you get all that stuff from and we might look out for you. Ay, ¿qué pasó, papi? What happened? What are you doing? You try to lock me up? Yeah. He's going to jail this time. You thought you were going to Yale to work, but now you're going to jail. Yeah, for real, for real. You're going to be on that flight, going back somewhere with the zzz. Now, those two people, I'm going to be honest with you. Even though they says that innocence does not mean you're not guilty, I think those two they should have a possibility to be legal. I mean, come on, they put alls to the wall. They literally was ready to go to a jail to work. That shows effort. That shows incentive. That shows that they're willing to get up and go to work. Let's give them some sort of praise for that, guys. Let's keep on moving on. Because now we got this crazy situation going on in Maryland that I don't understand. Because now all of a sudden there's a bill that they're trying to introduce that blocks ICE from being assisted by the police. Not only that, they're trying to get it funded. This is pretty crazy. How come at this point, when we already got a president that's already pushing back behind this thing, we got all of these other sanctuary cities that's trying to enact situations to make it even harder to get rid of these criminals? These are laws right now in situations where they're only asking for you to turn over criminals that are in your prisons. They're not asking for anything else. But in Maryland, they're trying to bring in a law now that can stop that. And a lot of law enforcement is pushing back. A lot of the sheriffs have rallied together and pushed back against this part right here. I want you guys to see what's going on in Maryland. I don't really understand it or condone it or believe that it's happening, especially under the administration right now. But it is. So check out this bill to ban ICE cooperation, and it's sparking massive pushback.
Here today, all my fellow sheriffs, to fight against this bill and to convince our senators across the state this is bad for Marylanders.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala.
And I'm Kai Jackson. Now, if passed, ICE's 287G program would be banned across the state. That initiative allows correctional centers to enforce federal immigration laws on undocumented inmates.
Fox 45's Rebecca Pryor joins us live with a closer look at both sides of this argument. Rebecca.
Yeah, Mary and Kai, well, proponents of this bill say that passing it and ending these partnerships would protect constitutional rights. Today, almost a dozen local law enforcement officers argued what it would really do is put the public's safety at risk.
I want to thank each of you for coming out today.
Nearly a dozen sheriffs from across the state descending on Annapolis today, taking aim at a bill they say would handcuff them from combating crime.
So it actually should be titled the Place Marylanders in Danger Act, because that's what it effectively does.
If passed, this bill would make Maryland the most progressive sanctuary state in the country.
House Bill 1222, or the Maryland Values Act, would prohibit local law enforcement from entering formal partnerships with ICE under the 287G program, which allows detention centers to hold non-citizens for up to 48 hours at ICE's request.
The 287G program is a program that only exists in the jail, not on the street. We don't make decisions. We don't decide who is removed. We don't decide who is detained eventually. But we facilitate a process. That's all we do.
During an initial hearing, the bill's sponsor, Delegate Nicole Williams, arguing the partnerships undermined Maryland's values and uproot contributing members of the community.
The 287G program is a mechanism through which certain communities are terrorized and creates a fear of cooperation with law enforcement.
Williams going on to say, while ICE provides training, equipment, and oversight, no reimbursement is offered for staffing or
How are the communities terrorized when they only talking about handing over people that was inside of a correctional facility to get them up out of the country that was locked up? What is she talking about? This is the stupid sort of a conversation and stuff that people be saying that just don't make no sense to me. I know I'm supposed to be fair and impartial or whatever, but that made no sense. This person is in jail for doing something criminal. We're trying to come get him to get him out the country. No, it's just like any sort of pushback, they're just going for it right now. And it makes no freaking sense. I don't get it. Wait a minute, what else we got over here? What we got up in the comments? We got A-Money Sanctuary, A-Money. Sanctuary cities is crazy. If my mayor pushes back, I'm calling Trump. See, the majority overwhelmingly voted for him. You're not going to resist because you don't like it. You're not in charge. Exactly. Thank you so much, A-Money. She sounds stupid, don't she? SB said, dumb sisters. Yeah, she so is dumb. What else you got? Nothing to see through. See no evil. Lefties, exactly. See no evil. These brainwashed ladies are so lost. Sanctuary for everyone but citizens. Exactly, demonetized. Thank you. Matthew says, now everything is on its head and they're like, what the Yale? Exactly. What the Yale? Matthew says, the Democrats literally set them up for this. Open the borders freely. Let them come in. Give them a prepaid Visa card and a bus ticket to a 4-star hotel. Or how about this? Or how about give them an apartment for 2 years rent for free? Y'all heard about that? They get a free apartment. They get the license. They get the driver's license and everything. Plus, they get that money that you guys said down there with them ATM cards. You ever hear about them doing that for any U.S. citizens in the United States? You ready for another maraschino cherry? You ever hear about any other country doing that for an American citizen when they get to their country? No. So why the hell are we doing it? Excuse my French. Why are we doing it? Why are we doing that for people and not helping out veterans and homeless people first? Because I'm going to say it again like I always tell you guys. If we would have took all of that money that we gave to Ukraine, and then all of the money that we gave to migrants and illegal migrants that was taking over our cities, I guarantee you we could have probably wiped out homelessness 70% at least. Because that was a lot of money that we gave up and don't know where the hell it went. And it's all gone, straight up and down. Don't know where none of this money is gone, but it's just out there, gone floating. So now we're gonna get to another topic that we heard them ask the question. But I want to know as well, because I heard right before Trump was on the airplane, there was one reporter that asked the question, if you had the chance to run for a third term, would you? How about you guys? What do you think? If Trump was able to run for a third term, would you vote for him? They said that there's a possible loophole where he might be trying to run again, and guess who the Democrats might try to run against him? They said Obama. And he might be okay with that. But this is a whole nother question I want to ask you guys. Trump, he's asked point blank if he was thinking about it, the possibility of seeking a third term. What do you guys think? Do you think he could win? Let me know in the comments. Currently, I think he would probably win again. I think he would. But I want you guys to see what's going on with this clip right here because they asked him himself. Watch this.
We're not joking about a third term, about possibly wanting a third term. Does that mean you're not planning to leave office on January 20th? I'm not looking at that.
So today's the day. I've got my RTA mock system and Coyote appliances.
That, but I'll tell you, I have had more people ask me to have a third term, which is in a way it's a fourth term because the other election, the 2020 election was totally rigged. So it's actually sort of a fourth term in a certain way. I just don't want the credit for the second because Biden was so bad. He did such a bad job. And I think that's one of the reasons that I'm popular, if you want to know the truth. I think I'm popular because we've done a great job. I think we've had the best almost 100 days of any president. And most people are saying that. And it's an honor. We're bringing back our country. We're respected as a country again. And we're strongly respected. And people are amazed. I was with some very important people today, and they said that they've never seen a turnaround of a country as fast as this. Even look at our border. We have nobody coming in. And you can't come into our country, but you have to come in legally. But we have nobody coming in to our country. It's almost shut down. They've never seen anything like this.
At an appropriate precedent limits a president to 2 terms. Is it your understanding that they have to be?
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just telling you, I have had more people say, please run again. They said, we have a long way to go before we even think about that. But I've had a lot of people. Yeah, go ahead. Did you have something?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, do you think that's an appropriate precedent to set, even if it wasn't you in this position, to see a president serve a third term?
I don't want to talk about a third term now because no matter how you look at it, we got a long time to go. We have a long time. You know, we have almost 4 years to go. And that's a long time. But despite that, so many people are saying, you've got to run again. They love the job we do. Most importantly, they love the job we do.
So you said we're upset with the thing.
Okay, got some comments down here. Want to get them going. I like your comments. I see you guys are into this. Mike says, well, if it's Trump or a Democrat, I'd vote Trump. The Dems are crazy. Angels Among Us 214 says, Mad Hatter, great point. Dave Gutierrez says, I like to know where Jean Phil is from. We got Kendra says, later at Matthew. Oh, Matthew's leaving. I have a good one, Matthew. Mad Hatter, I agree on the term limits. That's what Rebecca says. Old school, oil field territory. I think his daughter would make more respectable president, more classy and reserved. Solo, yes. Vote Trump. I do it again. Roller Skater says 100. Jerry says, my President Trump, MAGA Vance. Batty Lynn says, I would vote Republican again if I had the choice today. Mike says, funny, Trump saying for all of the farmers to produce more food this year, but then he's sending home all of the people that picket. Wait a minute, I need to see what Mad Hatter had to say. Mad Hatter says, term limit should also be put in Congress so Pelosi, Schumer, Warren, Green can get a job where they have to work. Yeah. I already talk about Nancy Pelosi all the time. Nancy Pelosi been in damn Congress in politics along with Schumer since black and white pictures. There was no chance of having no color. Number two, she's making so much money off of being who she is. They done made an app that follows her trades because her and her husband make so much millions of dollars. They were dead broke when they came into Congress. You guys do know that, right? But they made a ton of money as soon as they got into politics. You guys do know about that, don't you, Miss Nancy Pelosi? Keep on going with this. You guys do me a favor if y'all like the content. Let's keep it going with those likes. Let's go.
Would you say your relationship with Vladimir Putin is at its lowest point right now?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to go back on his word. You're talking about Putin. I don't think he's going to go back on his word. I've known him for a long time. We've always gotten along well, despite the Russia hoax. It's a hoax created by Clinton and Schiff and all of these lunatics. And that really was a dangerous point. That was a very dangerous thing they did to this country. It was a pure, unadulterated scam, hoax.
Thanks,
but
good morning.
no, I think he'll be okay. Whatever he is, and I was disappointed in a certain way. Some of the things that were said over the last day or two having to do with Zelensky, because when he considers Zelensky not credible, he's supposed to be making a deal with him, whether you like him or you don't like him. So I wasn't happy with that, but I think he's going to be good. And I certainly wouldn't want to put secondary tariffs on Russia, but if they were put on, it would not be very good for them. We put secondary tariffs on, as you know, in Venezuela, and it's had a very strong impact on Venezuela. You know that every ship just got out and they left. A lot of them left. They dropped the hoses right into the ocean and they left. They didn't want to be there for a minute because they didn't want those tariffs to catch on, or they didn't want me to see them there. So the Venezuela secondary tariffs, all secondary tariffs are very strong, because essentially it says if you disobey our orders, you cannot do business in the United States of America, and that's the cash cow.
Will that apply to Chinese companies buying Russian oil as well, if you plan to go ahead with those?
So if, in the case of Venezuela, as you know, China pulled up anchor and left. They were there, they had two ships there, and they left empty. They didn't want to take a chance. No, we're not playing games. Okay, any other questions?
We got one more day, y'all. Today, like I said, April Fool's, number one, he did not want to impose the tariffs today. Said he wanted to impose them for tomorrow because he felt that, people probably wouldn't take them serious. Today is the first. Tomorrow's the second. So now, remember that rift that we were in the middle of? We're coming to the end of it right here. So we're going to see if we stay high or if we go low or if it settles. If not, we're going to know about it. April 2nd, tomorrow. Today is April 1st. We got less than 24 hours to find out what's going to go on with these tariffs. Also, a couple more days to find out what's going to go on with the TikTok situation, because as you know, with our president, there's always a chance for negotiations. We don't want to never let that not be a possibility. What we got in the comments over here, you guys? We got Angels Among Us that says, oh my God, I forgot today is April Fool's Day. Dang it. Dang it, I need to prank my son. Michelle says, Liberation Day, April 2nd. Anything, I don't care, my uncle's birthday. David Acosta says, Happy New Year, all been fooled to think January 1st is New Year. Yeah, right. Demonetized says, Trump likes TikTok. I think he will allow it. I don't think it's a good idea myself personally. There's one thing about liking something, and then there's another thing about national security. But that's just my point, and I even get a chance to say my point here at our bottom line. That's why we created it. And with that being said, you guys, I hope that we had a fantastic show, because guess what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. We are finally almost right there at that 30,000 subscriber mark. I really would appreciate you guys if you go ahead and hit that subscriber point. Go ahead and become a member. Let us know that you appreciate the content. And I want to thank you guys for always showing up and showing out. And that's why I show out for you, and I create situations like this. It's called Show Your Talent. We start off in New York. It's 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island. If you have a talent, I'm going to tell you a location to come out to where I will be at hosting this talent event. If you win in that borough, you will be making $250 in cash right there on the spot. After we get all of the boroughs done, we're going to have a grand finale in one of the major cities, and one of you guys that made it to the finals will be able to go on and move forward to win $1,000. This is an overall talent show, not just singing, not just rapping, not just dancing. Somebody literally was in the comments yesterday and said to me, I have one leg and I can do push-ups. Can I come? I said, yes, you sure can, because everybody would love to see something like that. And you never know, that person might even win. And guess what? We don't discriminate over here. We want to see overall talent. I don't care if you're an artist, if you can cook, if you're good and you got a talent, I want to know what it is. I'm going to give you $250 just for showing up and showing us what your talent is. And like I said, you'll be able to move forward and make another $1,000. That's what we like to do over here. We like to put money in each other's pockets, because we all about paying them bills, and we understand that we're in a recession right now. It's crazy out there, so we try to help each other. So that's what we got going on. Also, for people that aren't going to be able to make money off of the event, that may not be in the 5 boroughs, y'all already know it. Go in the description today. We got over $750 worth of surveys that you can possibly make money off of. Every time you pass a survey and make money, Bugatti make $25. I don't lie, ain't got no reason to. What you gonna do? Come through the phone and punch me in the face? Won't be doing that. So all I do is tell you guys what's going on. Check out the surveys that we have in the comments. We've already done 5 successful. I already made $125. I don't know why y'all don't send me y'all pictures, but soon y'all are gonna share with me. But I notice it's kind of like once they get the money, they run and they forget to send the pictures back. Or a lot of people don't want to tell people that they made money, because next thing you know, hey, I heard you made some money. Can I get some? So in that regard, I do understand. But I want people here to know that those surveys actually work. That's why I ask for the photos. That's why I ask for the pictures when I send the t-shirts out, so that you guys know that I'm not BSing. I got 2 t-shirts coming out today. Y'all already know where they're coming out to. If you're going to subscribe to the channel and I see that you guys are showing love, yes, I send out merch. And I'm going to tell you while we're doing the show, I see you supporting the show. I like the fact that you've been here. So then I ask you for your address. Boom, and I send you some merch out, because it's not just one-sided, you guys. I don't do this show just for myself. This is our bottom line. And with the last thing being said is this. I want to help you guys. You got a promotion going on? You got a party? Are you a mobile barber? Are you a plumber? Do you do siding on buildings? Send me your flyer. I'm going to put it up in the post area, because we have thousands of people that go to the post area, and it's a possibility for you to make some money off your business. Ain't about me making money off of trying to charge you. Once we all can make some monetary, things are going to be better for everybody. So we like to use this platform for all of us, not just myself. And again, with that being said, you guys, y'all could have went anywhere. This is going to be your last time to hit that like button. Let those numbers go up. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that post notification button so that you know when we're on. every day from 6 o'clock until we done with the clips. And that's it, y'all. Hope you have a fantastic Tuesday. Get out there and enjoy your life. Don't let nobody hold you back. Remember, problems present opportunities. Don't let a problem hold you back, especially once you made it to another day. That's just telling you you got another day to solve that problem. Look exactly at the problem, because 50% of the answer is already looking at you in the face. That's the problem. How am I going to solve it? Boom, get intimate with it, make it happen. Don't get scared, don't run away from it. Push forward, because we are greater than our issues. And that's why we are here as God-fearing children and God-fearing people. And I thank you again for coming. Might be long-winded, but I appreciate you guys. And I will see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, you guys, I see you. I love you. See you tomorrow, y'all. Get 'em! One. Yeah.